Hey there, fellow gamers. Welcome back to our trusty veteran game channel. Today, we're throwing it back a couple of decades to revisit a game many of us likely remember from the good old days, Enclave. Except this time, it's not just Enclave, it's Enclave HD, a revamped edition of the original 2002 action-adventure game by Starbreeze Studios, now refurbished by Ziggurat Games. As we dive into the review, let's see how this classic fares 21 years after its initial release. How well has the epic struggle of Celenheim against the dark forces of Vatar stood the test of time? Enclave HD takes us back to the perennial clash between light and dark. In a bid to rescue Celenheim from Vatar's menacing Dreg'Atar forces, the wizard Zale fractures the world in two. Our job? To stand up against the vengeance-seeking dark forces. Enclave HD is split into two engaging campaigns, one for each faction. Starting with the light campaign, we're thrust into the classic hero role, taking the guise of valiant humans, magical elves, and resourceful gnomes. Progress through the campaign, and you get to unlock more classes, each armed with unique abilities to help thwart the Dreg'Atar. Once you triumph over the light campaign, the dark campaign awaits. If you've ever harbored dreams of embracing your villainous side, now's your chance. Take on the roles of menacing goblins, stealthy assassins, brutish orcs, and more. The game truly shines in its ability to offer different perspectives, allowing players to relive certain missions from the vantage point of the enemy. This dual perspective feature, while common today, was an innovative treat in the gaming world of the early 2000s. Although you can't jump straight into the dark campaign without finishing the light one, a feature some might miss from the original game. Scoring gold in each mission, which serves as the game's collectibles, allows you to upgrade your gear, leading to a considerable advantage in the more challenging later levels. However, we must remember, Enclave HD is essentially a 2003 game. Despite the shiny HD tag, the upgrades are relatively minimal. Sure, metal surfaces and water look better, and the soundtrack boasts of improved music and effects. Yet, much of the game still retains the blocky aesthetic typical of its era, with cutscenes and menus remaining untouched. Combat in Enclave HD can be hit or miss. The absence of checkpoints means that failure leads to restarting the mission from scratch. Luckily, once you do find a checkpoint, you're awarded infinite lives, letting you respawn on every death. The game's enemies are plagued by inconsistent hitboxes, making melee combat unpredictable. Ranged combat, on the other hand, is more satisfying, with a targeting system guiding your attacks. One notable aspect that could use an upgrade is the AI. The inconsistent behavior of your foes, ranging from idleness to fierce aggression, can be quite jarring. At times, the game hits you with combat situations that feel excessively challenging due to factors outside of your control, like poor visibility or overpowered enemies. Apart from these, Enclave HD has other wrinkles that could use some ironing out. Clear mission objectives are sorely missed, with progression often down to mere luck. This lack of direction extends to the equipment system, where the utility of weapons and armor isn't adequately explained. Plus, let's not forget the occasional crashes, which while inconvenient, aren't exactly game-breaking. Despite these criticisms, I confess there's a certain joy in revisiting Enclave. Nostalgia certainly plays its part, with familiar characters, levels, and gear all sparking fond memories from 20 years ago. But it's more than that. It's about paying tribute to the fantasy and adventure games of a bygone era, and homage to our gaming roots. And for that, Enclave HD holds a special place. However, it's hard to ignore that a little more polish could have transformed Enclave HD from a simple nostalgia trip to a timeless classic. As it stands, it's a fun revisiting for the old fans, but it may struggle to captivate a modern audience unfamiliar with the original. That's all for today's review of Enclave HD. What did you think of this revamped classic? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gaming reviews and news. As always, keep gaming and see you in the next video.